Hi everybody, the Anti-Pundit is back. It is the weekend of November 9th, 2013. Now ladies and gentlemen, this week has been dominated by elections. Now in this particular program, I'm going to talk about the election in Virginia. Now ladies and gentlemen, Terry McAfee beat, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, beat Ken Cuccinelli and Rob Sarvis. Now, let's look at this a little bit more closely. Now, if you look at their elections, McAfee won by 2.5 percentage points. Now, the first thing that popped in my head originally was recount. And justifiably so. If you're that close, go ahead and recount them. Now, he went and he ran, he won. But here's the problems I have. Ken Cuccinelli ran a terrible campaign. Now, that's basically the nicest way of putting it. It was bad, very bad. He was almost expecting it to get handed to him. Now, with that being said, I was searching around online, and I saw this video by Ryan Wiley. And here's his thoughts on what Ken McAfee is all about.
I think we have to talk about the Virginia governor's race because Micallef only won by 2.5 points against Ken Cuccinelli. And Cuccinelli, in my opinion, is one of the worst candidates for governor in American political history. If you haven't been following Ken Cuccinelli, he was a terrible candidate because he was a cultural zealot. He fought hard to keep Virginia's sodomy laws on the books. First off, that's unconstitutional. Ever since Lawrence v. Texas, in fact I made a video about this, those type of sodomy laws are unconstitutional because it violates your constitutional right to have the government not be spying on you, to have some privacy, to have the right to pursue happiness. But no, Ken Cuccinelli doesn't care because he doesn't take the law for granted. He lives in his own little world. And the funny thing about that sodomy law is it prohibits certain types of heterosexual sex. Things like oral sex and anal sex. Now, I don't know about you, but I think at least a good proportion of males in this country like receiving head. And I think females like oral sex too. Think about how fucking crazy that is. Ken Cuccinelli wants, when the police finds a couple having oral sex, to stop them and arrest them. And this isn't just gay people. All people. Like, who would vote for this guy? I don't know who I'm more mad at. Either the 45% of Virginians who voted for Ken Cuccinelli, or the fact that Micallef was just a generally terrible candidate, and Democrats could have put somebody else up who beat Cuccinelli by 20, 30 points. And even beyond that, Ken Cuccinelli is anti-contraception. How fucking stupid is that? Who in 2013 believes, I don't think people should have the right to decide whether or not to get pregnant. No, I guess contraception is murder. He's a crazy pro-life guy who is not even close to the center of this country. He's so far right, he wants to stop you from having the sex you want to have. Like, this guy is from, the 16th century? But no, he only lost by 2.5 points. And it drives me crazy. I don't get it.
Now, look, I know that's just his opinion, and I understand that. But look at it like this. There are conservatives out there basically saying that the reason Ken Cuccinelli lost was because of Rob Sarvis. He ran as a libertarian candidate. Now, I don't buy that for 1 second. Here's the reason why. He ran on third party. He got 7%. And he put his best effort out there, and that's where he got. Even though both of them were trying to shut him out a few weeks ago. And that's usually the end result with a third-party candidate. They're basically trying to call him a spoiler. But Cuccinelli, come on, man. You ran a terrible campaign, and you know it. And the other issue I have with that is, apparently they're also squawking. This is the conservatives talking about this. Squawking about how progressives dumping money in the Sarvis's campaign to offset his number, a la splitting the vote. Now that, not totally out of the realm of possibility, but hey, I have an issue with that because why would they do that? Because it can totally backfire. So let's use some common sense. And yes, I know there were other elections around the country and maybe an election near you. But just keep in mind, we still got a long way to go to November, this November coming up. And we'll talk about the congressional midterms next year. And we'll be right back. Hello everyone, my name is Lance Bell, host of Real Deal Politics with the Anti-Pundit. Now, I've been a blogger and a podcaster since 2008. Now, I always get the exact same question. What's up with the media? Now, we all know in American politics we have the left and the right and the media. Now, the media is not helping this cause at all, meaning that they might be unbiased, but they're always out trying to fit a narrative, either towards the left or the right. Now, that's where I come in. I give it to you plain and simple, down and dirty, no fluff. Now, because of that, I've gotten a very good following. Now, as you can see my video view counts here, they're actually pretty good and they're starting to grow. Except for one thing. My back is against the wall and stuck, and let me explain. My show is growing exponentially, but look what I'm up against right now. I mean, you look at this small video I have here. I mean, I'm running everything off a small computer. 3-point lighting is non-existent, and as you can see, those are just regular desk lamps. And the sound quality isn't the greatest in the world. Now, I have a plan, and in 3 parts. Now, the first part I come to you today is the equipment. Now, I strived, and I promised from the start, I wanted to give you the best show possible. And this just isn't cutting it. Now, I've always said from the start also, this show was about you, my fans. And you have been involved from the start. And I want you to continue to be involved from the start. That's why I came here. I believe that crowdsourcing will be the best way to me to achieve my goals, and yours also. So join me here and make my show #1. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Now, last month, I mentioned I'm starting adding segments to the show. And ladies and gentlemen, it starts this week. Now, in this particular segment, it's all about advertising, and bad advertising at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I did some searching around, and I got this little advertising here for you, so let's take a look.
Hello, mister.
Không, đây chân trái là bị bên này, bên này.
Again à?
Thầy hỏi. Sir, để tôi hỏi. Không phải. Sir, left leg, sir. Left leg. Right. Right leg. Thấy chưa? Nó nói đây đúng chưa? Left leg, right leg. Okay. Yes, right leg. No. Đúng. Left leg. Right leg.
No, my name is...
Now, I would say this, I didn't know what the hell they were advertising to the very end. And this advertising doesn't make any sense at all. It looks like they're advertising travel insurance, which I'm pretty sure they are. They were just jumbled and totally messed up, and it makes no sense. And ladies and gentlemen, next month, I'll have one even worse for you. And we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the final segment of the show. And I owe you an explanation from last week. Now, last week, I did not have a show, and a lot of it was because of the camera problems. Now, this is becoming an ongoing issue here for the last couple of months, and it's starting to get worse and worse. Now, if you watch my videos before in the past, you know I'm using a webcam right now, and it is dying. Of course, I've had it for a while, so I kind of expect that. So, here coming up, hopefully, the camera issues will be resolved, a la me getting a new camera. Now, ladies and gentlemen, other updates. As you see in the last segment, I'm starting to add more stuff to the show. Now, in the last segment, you saw the bad adverts. Now, next week, it's supposed to be mailbag, but I've really gotten no mail. So, honestly, I need your folks' help. And with questions, comments, videos, however you want to do it, I will talk about it, and that is a promise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this week's show. I'd like to thank you for watching. And always be careful and remember, fear the root.